And we're live. Welcome back to the HEALcast. I'm joined by my awesome co-host, Bobby. Say hi.
What is up?
Okay, that's close to hi. And we
Hi.
have Carson. We have Carson here today. Hi, Carson. How are you?
Hello, I am great.
That's good. Do you mind just by starting and telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a senior. I'm a film major. I've been in Heal since my freshman year, which is pretty cool. I've been on the board since my sophomore year. Um, that's about it.
Cool.
Sounds good. Okay, so before we dive into all things heel-thon and most importantly film, Bobby, we just have to clarify. I know we started talking about this earlier,
Yeah,
but
off air we started talking about this.
yes, we did, and I just need clarification. Why do you carry around a gallon jug, but why can't you just get a reusable jug?
All right, so here's the thing, right? Every day I drink a gallon of water, at least. Some days two when I'm feeling a little bold. To measure that,
Do
I
you
went.
live in the bathroom? Like you have to go to the
It's
bathroom.
weird, right? So like, if I get out of it and there's like 3 or 4 days that I miss, and then I get back into it, like when you first start up drinking that much water, yeah, every 15 minutes you're peeing. That's just the way it is. But like, you get used to it. Like your body gets used to it, I guess, when you drink enough water and like you start retaining more. So
Huh.
I don't know. I drink a gallon and I pee. I think about as regularly as a normal person, maybe more. Who knows? That's not something I really
Isn't
measure.
water retention like not what you're going for though?
Uh, I don't know. It's
He also
healthy.
avoided the question. Why do you
Well,
not get a
so we.
reusable
Thank you,
gallon?
Carson.
Okay. So I went to Walmart and bought a gallon of water um, in like the plastic milk jug, whatever gallon thing. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see. Sorry, Spotify. Just use your
Yeah, it's like
imagination.
the yeah.
Just like a milk jug. And yeah, I bought this in September, and I just refill it every night with the Brita. But I guess I don't know. I don't like carrying around the actual gallon of water with me, so I have a 20. I think this is 28 ounce blender bottle that I carry around everywhere. So like if I'm running out to the store, I'll fill it up and take it with me. Or if I'm going to the gym, I fill it up, take it with me. So there's like a lot of water in this. I think 5 of these equates to the gallon, maybe 6.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like the gallon's heavy. There's a lot of water in this, and it takes up a lot of space. So I just use my reusable cup, and then I refill the gallon once a day. That way, it lasts longer. It is getting a little kind of like gross, so I'm probably gonna just
Yeah,
pitch
like
it and.
almost musty, probably.
Yeah,
Like those things
Oh,
specifically
wait,
say,
wait.
like
Do you wash it?
define washing it. I don't drink
okay,
directly from the gallon.
putting
Okay.
new water in it is not washing it.
Okay, then I don't wash it. I was gonna say I fill it with water and then like dump the water out
Okay.
once a day
So
over a period of time when I pour it out.
okay, so it's basically just a measuring cup.
Yes, that is exactly what it is.
Okay, maybe it's time to get a new one. I feel like those things specifically say not to refill them.
I'm pretty sure they do say that. It says best if used by uh August 15th, 2022. I think that's for the original water in it. Um, I don't know. Maybe I have some sort of weird like plastic poisoning.
Bobby, it is bad to drink out of plastic water bottles.
As you drink out of a plastic water bottle.
Sometimes, and I'll say that right now I'm drinking out of plastic one too. I do try my very best to use my hydro flask at all times, but right now I just don't have access to any other water except for the bottled water.
Yeah, you're Morgan's living the quarantine life right now.
Yeah, I am.
It's
So
all right. They'll let you
I
out of your
don't
cage
have
soon.
coronavirus. It's just a precautionary measure to keep the people that I love safe. That's all we'll say. Anyway,
Lucky for me, I don't
um,
have to love anyone, so I never keep anyone safe, so we're good.
okay, great. Anyway, so now that we have established that we all are overusing single-use plastic.
We're trying our
And that
best.
Bobby needs to probably get a new bottle. Let's talk more about Carson. So, Carson, thank you for coming on and podcasting with us. I think we'll start off with this question: how did you get involved with Heal?
So I feel like the way I got involved is very similar to a lot of the other seniors. Brandon went to a HEAL meeting, came back, and just gathered up all of his friends and drug them to the to a HEAL meeting. And I was his roommate at the time, freshman year. So
Were you guys
well,
random roommates?
yeah, so we were actually random roommates, and we still are roommates to this day.
Incredible.
Yeah, so I mean, he got me, Katie, Kaylin, Sabrina, I think Brett, Liz, like and then eventually Renee. Like he drug all of those people to
Put
HEAL.
the crown on him. He's the king of Heal.
I know,
Okay.
I know.
I have to address this. This is the second time this has happened on this podcast. I think Sabrina was the other one who said it. You guys say drugged someone, as in to drag. And when I
Yes.
listen back, or when I have listened back, I'm like, you guys got drugged? Like someone drugged you to come? I was like, that's awful.
Is it
And then I'm
dragged?
like, oh my gosh, they're saying, not that you're trying, you're saying to drag, but it's just another form of the word. But when I was listening, I was like, oh my gosh, like how did we not catch that? So is that a Pennsylvania thing? Are you guys from the same area?
The word.
Who else did this?
I think Sabrina did it.
Do you remember, Bobby? Do you remember hearing that?
I don't remember hearing it, but when you said it, I was like, that's gonna sound really bad without context. But it's fine because now we've given it context.
There's plenty of context.
Yeah,
context.
no, yeah.
Is it I got dragged? Brandon dragged me?
I have no. I think drugged is.
It might
drug.
be correct. I'm not telling you that it is or is not correct because I really did not do well in 7th grade English.
They don't call me Webster, so.
It wouldn't be drugged. It'd just be
drug
drug us or drag.
Drag.
I don't know.
He brought you to me. Who knows?
Anyone's language arts or anything here. I just want. Is that like? I don't know if that's like a Pennsylvania thing. I don't know.
I mean, I'm from right here in Center County. I don't know. Hickville, USA.
Hickville, USA.
Okay. Back to how you got involved with HEAL. So you guys kind of all got brought along by Brandon. Some may say drugged, some may say dragged. I don't know what's correct, so please don't come at me. It was just a question.
Too late.
Anyway, and so you've been involved ever since. So what was like your freshman year experience and kind of on to now? Because you're a senior. Oh my gosh, you guys are seniors.
Yeah, like thinking about it, it was kind of all like a blur. Like thinking back, I mean, freshman year, I pretty religiously went to every HEAL meeting. Like that's where I got my kind of core group of friends. We would like meet before every HEAL meeting and like go to dinner or something at West.
Aw.
And
that's so cute.
I mean, I really looked up to everyone, all the older people in HEAL. People like Matt.
When you were a freshman.
Oh man.
What? Camusi. You had.
No, he wasn't a senior.
He
when
wasn't?
I was a freshman. No, he was a junior.
No, he's a junior.
Or a sophomore.
Who was the president that year?
Kim. Kim was the president my freshman year. So other people with Kim, I don't even know.
Skylar?
Yes, Skylar. Nick Espo.
Espo wasn't a senior.
Wasn't he?
If he was a senior, then he did a 5th year, because he was here when
he was there our freshman year, but he might have been a 5th year.
To be honest, I just looked at them all as older, and I was like,
all these old people.
Yeah. But I mean, freshman year was like, it was really intimidating, but finding HEAL honestly like helped me so much. Just like that, because like they got me involved in a lot of stuff, and like the first thon, it's honestly like kind of hard for me to even remember the first thon. It was just all such a blur. But I remember, like, I know meeting the families or meeting the Tuckies for the first time. Like, that's how I kind of knew I wanted to be on the board. and like go out for it, and I just decided why not. Um, I think my freshman year I made like a little heel documentary. That might have been no, because Kim was the president. Yeah, so it was my second semester of my freshman year. I made like a heel documentary
Oh, that's cool.
for one of my class projects.
Where is it?
Kind of fun. I think it's on YouTube on the heel. Is it not on the heel?
How is this? I have no idea. How's this been lost to the ages?
This needs to be the inspiration next meeting.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I mean we can play it. It's like kind of embarrassing for me to look back on now, but
No,
it's kinda cute.
definitely, but that's why we're playing it.
So
I'll have to dig that up.
maybe we'll link it in the Instagram post.
Yeah.
We'll definitely play it at the meeting next time. So your sophomore year, you were what, Thon Weekend with Maggie? Oh my
That
god,
was.
Wow.
that feels like forever ago. So how was that? Especially as a sophomore, having like only really one Thon experience. Although I know you grew up in Center County, so I don't know if you had experienced Thon prior.
Yeah,
You know,
so
Carson,
I had actually.
They
Go
say that actually the greatest members of Heel are Thon Weekend chairs.
ahead. I agree.
That's been said.
Fully agree.
It's been said. All right, go ahead.
But actually, my first Thon was back in 2006.
Okay.
My uncle went here and he danced, and I went, and I was just like, I didn't really know what was going on, but I just thought it was the coolest thing. Like I saw all these people all around. But sophomore year, Thon Weekend, I remember because Thon Weekend kind of struggles on what they need to do up until Thon.
Yes.
Yeah, we did a pet calendar,
Yeah.
which was kind of successful, but it was way too much work. It was like insanely way too much work. But that was kind of fun. We got everyone's pets in a calendar. So, wait, were you guys there for that?
Yeah, so I still remember
Okay.
JB submitted a picture of like a stock photo of an alligator,
And he photoshopped himself
and
in.
he photoshopped himself in and said he had a pet alligator, and then we voted on like which pictures would go in as an org, and JB's alligator won, and you guys didn't put it in, and I was so angry that JB's alligator
Well,
didn't get put in.
it was because people donated money to their
Yeah.
pet, and the more money you made, the more likely you were to get in. And he put like a 20 down. We had to give him his 20 back. We were like, dude, we can't put this in.
It was so funny. Oh, good times. Good times.
I don't even remember his alligator. I think I just voted for like Carmen's dog Chase. And I don't think I even had a dog at the time. Maybe I submitted my cats. I don't know.
I just remember his picture. It was one of these.
Yeah, he was like his hands were folded.
Had to do it to him.
Yeah, and it's next to this like 2,000-pound alligator. This thing was huge. It was chonky.
You know, I respect the effort.
It was
I mean,
hilarious.
we weren't gonna send that to like Kentucky or to people's parents. Like they would think we're a joke.
You're
Well,
flipping through
no.
dogs, rabbits, cats, and then you just get to like July, and it's JB in his
With an alligator.
yeah, with an alligator. He's doing his Steve Irwin cosplay, and everyone's like, "What's wrong with these people?"
Huge trip with his family to like Florida or something, where they got their pet alligator.
Oh.
And the whole front page was the Tucky Cats.
Yeah, actually, Ethan made that. I remember he was so excited to show off his Photoshop skills with the cats, and you can see it's like this. I mean, I don't want to discredit Ethan at all, but it was like this
Yeah,
kind of
no.
amateur, like all these cats just together.
Oh, I love Ethan.
I think that was like our biggest project that my sophomore year, other than Thon. I just remember. I mean, all credit goes to the Thon Weekend chairs during Thon Weekend because it's the most intense. Like you got to be on top of your game,
Correct.
ready to pretty much stay awake the whole time. I mean, Bobby can attest to it, but
Yeah, I mean Shannon could probably attest to it more because she pretty much did stay up the whole time.
Well,
because of
Shannon's also danced, so she has stayed up the whole time.
yeah, but no, Shannon had to stay up the whole time because I lost the section, so that's what I was
It
really
wasn't
going.
your fault that we lost the section.
I know, but
Clarify that.
I've embraced the meme at this point.
So you and Maggie, what? Just made your shift ahead of time, decided what you were gonna do, how you're gonna split it.
I mean, yeah, but that kind of got thrown out the window once the weekend started. Like you make a plan, but then it's just
It'll
kind of
always fall
everything's
through.
on the fly. Yeah. I think I can't remember. I think I stayed there for it was like 38 or 39 hours. And then the only person that wasn't dancing that stayed there longer than me. I mean, Ethan stayed there almost as long, and Brendan Humes, I think, was he? I
That
think he
sounds
was
right.
there, but he's was there for like 41 hours or something crazy, but
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time there in the stands. And being in the stands is nothing like being on the floor. Being in the stands is a lot more difficult, so you killed it.
Yeah, I think being in the stands, you're almost doing what the dancers are doing. Obviously, you have a sense of time and you can like go home and go to sleep. And I think knowing that almost helps sometimes too, like knowing that if you have to leave, you can. But yeah, I mean, you don't have the support that the dancers have.
I mean, I'd say the only difference is though you get the support of the org. I mean, you're with the
Yeah.
org
Yeah,
doing whatever the whole time, and that's I mean those hours. It's like Sunday morning from like 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. is like the most dead period. Like there's just normally like four people in the stands just kind of chilling out.
Yep.
I think that's the neat time though. I think I showed back or got in the stands this year at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's kind of neat to see people start trickling in.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
no, I was still on shift at 1. I don't know what time I got in, but
It
I remember like seeing people just kind of coming in, and it's like a neat thing, and you know they're there to stay because once you get there on Sunday, you're not leaving because you don't want to have the section closed and not be able to stay. So
it's always weird too because like you're there with half the people haven't been home since like Friday night. So like people are delusionally tired. Like that time's always really rough for the last two thons was really rough for me because I stayed through all day, and like I'm struggling to stay awake. So like I'm just out of it, and like we're playing like cards or something, and it's always just weird things happen that hour more so than the rest of the weekend.
I
Yeah,
was sorry, go ahead, Karsten.
I was just gonna say another point to add to that is any advice for upcoming people, like upcoming freshmen or people going to their first thon in the stands, just bring some deodorant as a courtesy for the rest of the
Yeah,
people.
people smell bad.
Yeah, they do.
You'll sweat. You'll sweat and then you'll like freeze and then
It
you'll put
like
all your
pulls
clothes on and sweat again.
Yeah. I was looking back at videos from Thon this week, and there's a video. And for anyone who is in Thon or in Heel now, you know what I'm talking about. The Thon weekend shirts from last year. They're like purpley red.
Actually, if anyone's watching on YouTube, I think I have it. And these clothes are all clean, I promise.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's
So,
right
what would
here.
you guys describe that color as?
It's like my lighting is really bad in here, but I'd say it's like a light
Faded
maroon.
maroon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah, a
purple.
light maroon. I like that. Okay.
A
So
pastel.
we're in the stands, and Shannon tried telling me that the color of the shirt, I think she said it was red. And I was like, define red. Because when I think red, I think like bright red. And then someone was like, no, it's purple. And I think I was trying to debate saying that it was a light maroon. And it was just the most incoherent conversation you'll ever see because it was taken like Sunday morning, probably at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and just no one knew what was going on anymore. And we were like fighting back and forth about what color the shirt was. It's a funny video. Maybe I'll post it. Maybe that will be what I'll post on Instagram this week.
Yeah, do it.
But it was quite the interesting conversation, and when you look back now, you're just like, what is going on? Why are we fighting about what color our shirts are right now?
Because
But
in that
it's
moment, I mean, that's all that mattered, right?
yeah, I know. And looking back too, there's like videos, Bobby, of you and me, because I know we were next to each other, and we're just like, I have no voice for like singing. Probably like puffy eyes from like the tears earlier. Yeah, it was just a mess.
I mean, I think the only way to get through it is to just kind of go crazy and just like I don't think I stopped like actually just dancing, even if it was just like a sway back and forth. Like if I stopped dancing, I was done.
Yeah, it's once you're standing still that you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, craziness. I don't know. Who knows what it'll look like this year too. We'll get to be doing
the best of it. Yeah.
Well, let's not do the depressing Let's skip that. This is we've done 16 episodes, and we always have
I'm excited.
Yeah, you were ready for the 5-minute depressing Corona talk where we just sit here and be like reminiscing.
No. I'm excited for whatever Thon has in store this year.
Oh,
I definitely am too.
I am too. It's gonna be unique.
It's gonna be unique and it's gonna be great in its own respect. But yeah, I read the email today / heard from people in a meeting saying that most likely nothing will really be going on in the BJC, and then we start talking about it. And Thon is going to be what it is meant to be this year, but it was just my reflection point. Okay, anyway,
it's gonna be cool though. But like, this is
it'll definitely be cool. I'm not trying to bring down Thon at all.
No.
Be exactly what it should be this year.
Correct. I agree. But it's also a cool Thon because I doubt any Thon will ever be anything like this for a while.
Yeah, who gets to say that they went to Thon in the middle of the coronavirus?
You danced in the pandemic Thon. That's gonna be like kind of like that. That's some clout to it.
You could make some good pun. I'm not good enough, but like, what's the full Thon's full name? It's like
IFC Pan Hellenic Dance Marathon.
You could make some pun with whatever that word was.
Pan Hellenic.
Pan-Hellenic and pandemic. I don't know.
Sound pretty similar. But yeah, you guys are also both trying to dance too. So if you get it, you guys have clout.
That's true.
You guys all have. That's cool. Like, ooh, you danced in Thon 2019. Yeah, what was yours online? Yeah, that's what I thought. Right? Like, you can gatekeep
Thon 2021 to last year was Thon 2020.
Well, I mean, something positive to come out of this pandemic was the HEALcast, right? I mean,
true.
That like a pandemic thought?
Yeah, if you would call this positive, then yes. This is
yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to all of our listeners.
To the poor people with bloodied ears who listen to us every week.
We're still waiting to get our color checks back, but we never got them. If you don't get it, then go back and listen to a few episodes. Okay.
I think it was 15.
Was it 15?
It could have been 14.
I might have been 14. Anyway, we digress.
We do digress.
To steal your line. Okay, so now Carson, you are also the year that you were
Thon weekend.
Were there 6 dancers?
There were 4 and then we got 2 more, I believe. So there were 6.
That's a lot of people to keep track of.
There was Brett, Shannon, Gutsy, Brittany, Kylie, and Garrett. 6.
Yep.
Dang. Well, at least you remember.
Yeah, there's something up here. There's something up here.
My memory's so bad, but yeah, we won some fundraising thing, and we got the choice between like 2 extra dancers and something else. But like obviously, we were gonna go 2 extra dancers.
Yeah. It was I think it was for winter break fundraising incentives. So
yeah, I think it was.
It was crazy because we actually had to convince people to hey, you should you guys should go out and
dance.
Apply to dance. We were trying to get people to dance. It was almost a struggle.
I feel like the tough thing is that wanting to dance is almost like a mental mindset that you kind of put yourself into well before dancer applications go out. So I feel like if people weren't in the mental mindset that this year's the year that I really hope to dance, I feel like they struggle to get themselves into that mindset. I don't know if that makes sense. But I could definitely see people think. Also, people do committees and then they're like, "Well, I'm out." I
Yeah.
can't dance.
I mean, Brett was like the kind of the guy who was like, he didn't want to do it because he didn't feel like he should go out for it as a sophomore, and we were all just saying, if you want to try for it, go for it. And then he ended up being like
I think
one of the best dancers.
he was also, I think, the only one that applied for that spot.
For what?
So I know it was a struggle to fill. So there were 5 people that went out for dancer interest. We had 4 dancers at first. And then we picked up 2 more dancers, so one of those got filled instantly because someone was already trying to dance. And then I know it was a struggle to get that last person.
Yeah.
And I think Brett is like
Took some convincing.
Yeah, I think Brett's like, but like it's so amazing that he's the one who did because he was nuts. He was crazy. Brett was he was literally like the embodiment of the Energizer Bunny for all 46 hours. Everyone was so afraid for like the first 12 hours because he was so hype. He was so incredibly into it.
It didn't stop.
And everyone's like, Brett's gonna crash. He's gonna hit a wall. He's gonna die. And like, nope, nah.
My
There's like a
favorite memory.
There's
from
a
Brett dancing.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're all going.
We're all so excited.
I know, right? We're all like Brett. You can go, Carson.
But my favorite memory from when Brett danced was there was some band on stage. I don't remember who they were, but there was like a guitarist on the side where Brett was standing because Brett was just by the bands. Every time the bands would come out, he would go crazy. And the guitarist had real long hair and was just head bashing. And Brett just looked at him, went like that, and just started bashing his head right back for like 5 minutes straight. They just head banged.
I think there's actually maybe in the recap, like the Thon recap, I think that like clip
I took that
is
video.
somewhere. It is somewhere. Maybe in Heel's Thon recap. That sounds more accurate.
There's also pictures of that. I think he's wearing like a red, white, and blue tank top.
Yep.
In the picture,
and his green Crocs.
Yeah. I remember seeing him, or no, I didn't see him. I remember someone saying that they saw him the next day on campus, like after Thon, and they were like, "How are you feeling?" He's like, "Honestly, I could have gone for another day," and they were like, "What?"
Yeah.
How?
Brett's
mental
an enigma.
game. Yeah.
My favorite. Go ahead.
Sorry, his GRCMs must have been like, he's fine. Like. They're probably so freaked out at the beginning, like, oh my gosh, our dancer's gonna crash at hour 16. How are they gonna sustain this? And then at the end, I'd be like, oh, I forgot I even had another dancer. He's fine. He's over there.
Yeah. My favorite Brett dancing memory was, oh man, I think it was like 6 a.m. Saturday morning. And like, people are kind of like walking around tired, a little like, yeah, whatever. They've been up for a while. And Brett just comes like booking it out from behind, like under the stands. And there's like a band coming on, so he's like so hype, and he starts jumping and dancing. And he has a bagel in his hand, and he's just going nuts with his bagel. And everyone's like looking out, and they're like, "What is Brett doing?" And he's like trying to like dance and eat the bagel and like get the crowd hyped at the same time. There's an awesome video of it of like him eating the bagel, looking out into like the stands, just like going like, "Yeah, guys, let's go." So funny. Kid's we should have him on here. Kid's a monster.
No, we need to. I think he did sign up on the forum, so maybe he'll be there next year. We're taking a week off for Thanksgiving.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Can we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I give you guys permission.
Nah, 52 episodes a year. That's just the way it is.
No, 52 episodes. Absolutely not.
There are no breaks.
I love the podcast. I love the grind.
The pod.
The pod. But sometimes we all need a little bit of a break, okay?
We'll have Connor host an episode. He can do it himself. I believe in him. The Thanksgiving special.
Yeah, have a guest host. Do that.
The heel giving special.
That should be the gift of whoever wins the break fundraising. They get to host the podcast.
There'd be some people who just wouldn't fundraise because they wouldn't want to. They'd be like, I do not want to do that.
The heel giving podcast and just have a bunch of different heel members host different sections.
That'd be cool.
String it together.
Some people just don't want to put their name on such a well-known and
well-established podcast.
I get it. I wouldn't want to necessarily put my name on something this successful either, but sometimes You just have to.
That's true. You just gotta bite the bullet.
Someone has to do it.
Yeah, someone's gotta be famous here. Might as well be us.
I mean, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
That's true.
What do
All
we have? One
two
rating
ratings,
from
I think?
No,
Bob?
I just gave you a rating, so you have 2 now.
we have 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who is the prior rating from?
I think it's Brandon.
Oh, okay.
I'll write a review too.
Oh yes, incredible.
Maybe
Speaking of
we'll
writing
podcast. It
reviews,
looks like we're just having people come on the podcast for their reviews.
that's true. We actually should. But speaking of writing reviews, you are a film major, so you are. I guess I could say you're a bit of a movie critic. Is
I
that
guess.
is that like an okay term to use in the
Yeah,
industry?
yeah, sure.
All right, so let's talk movies. I don't know anything about film.
Okay, Bobby, what is a movie that you consider good, or do you like?
Ooh, I'm
See,
gonna.
so I don't like defining movies as good or bad. It's if you like them or you don't like them.
Yeah, I really like when a movie like messes with my head. So I'm a big fan of Jordan Peele. I
Yeah.
think Get Out and Us are great films. Um, I actually really enjoyed Christopher Nolan's Tenet. I hear no one else in the world did apparently, but I thought it was pretty good.
I've yet to see it actually.
I thought it was a great movie. But every other person in the world didn't. I don't know. I saw like really bad reviews for it, so I thought it was pretty good.
Well,
So-
I really like your picks of Jordan Peele, but go ahead.
Jordan Peele's a mastermind.
What do you think are like characteristics that make a great film?
I mean, like I said, I don't really like saying if a film's good or not, good or bad. If it has the heart behind it, I can get behind it. Um, Personally, I'll pretty much watch anything, and I can appreciate any movie I watch in some way. I'm really if you like, I hate when people ask me like, "What's your favorite movie?" Because it's always changing. You know, like I
Quentin
can never
Tarantino.
see. I used to love him, like love that he was like my inspiration, and now I'm getting into more. I don't know. Right now, I'm in a very French new
Oh.
wave phase. So like French movies in the 50s. I don't know.
Ooh. Okay. I love it.
Might be a bit deep.
Yeah, maybe a little too deep.
So when you're like making, I'm assuming for your classes you have to like make films and like do them yourself. Am I wrong in assuming this?
So yeah, I am technically a film major, but I really enjoy more of the film theory, film history aspect of it. So I don't want to go into the industry and make films, I don't think. Like this semester I've been making, when I have to make a movie for class, I make something that like, so I just made one on like the whitewashing of the American cinema. So it's like I took a bunch of old clips from old movies where white people play um, people of color, or anybody that's not white, and I just kind of compiled them all together and just like I wanted to like bring awareness to that the like the ugliness of the old cinema, I guess. But like that's the kind of stuff that's like that I want to do. It's more like not getting out there and shooting like have 12-hour days, but I don't know.
More like a film theory.
It's kind of confusing. Yeah,
Yeah.
film theory.
Cool.
It's so hard to explain to people what I want to do because I don't know exactly right now. I want to work in a film museum. That'd be my ideal.
Ooh, they have those?
They do.
Where?
indeed.
Where are some cool
I
film
mean,
museums at?
New York, Pittsburgh.
What one in
LA, pretty
Pittsburgh?
much- I forget the name of it.
What
but,
type
I
of
mean,
film? Do you know what
there's-
type of film it is? Or is
I
it
mean,
just like
it's just like they have old cameras and they like
that's cool?
they have exhibitions of movies and stuff like that.
Wow.
Like I don't know. You can find a film museum in every major city, I'd say. Or if I could run like a really old timey theater and just show whatever I wanted, I think that'd be cool.
That's really cool.
Morgan,
So
what movie do you think is good? Really good? Do you like?
what movie
Sorry,
do
not
I
good,
think?
but do you like?
What are your favorite movies, Morgan?
So I absolutely can't stand scary movies. Not because I don't respect the art, but because I'm easily scared. So and I won't sleep for like 3 days. So I try and stay away from those. But I do like action movies. Like something that I've been into recently is like the Mission Impossible movies. I know that they're coming out with more, and I like that kind of like suspenseful, like something to follow. Like yeah, like that kind of requires you to like watch the whole time. I'm not like a big TV movie watcher, so when I do watch, like I want to be into it. And then other than that, like I like your general comedies and stuff, but I think that sometimes I don't think things are funny that most people think are hilarious. Like Adam Sandler movies, I just don't always think are that funny. Like I can appreciate I know. Okay, yeah, I know. Unpopular opinion, but like I can appreciate it, but I just like I don't know. I don't know if
I'm with you.
I've never really like watched a movie where I'm just like laugh out loud, like dying, like that's hilarious.
Borat?
I don't think
Borat, yeah.
Borat, I don't know. Like I don't like okay, it's funny, but like I want a movie that I'm going to be crying at the end, like just dying of laughter. And I just don't feel like I can pick out a movie like that.
Have you seen any like Monty Python movies?
No.
I think that's
Yeah,
a good one to like start with. That could get you. I don't know if you'd like cry, laugh, but like I think you would chuckle at a Monty Python
Monty
movie.
Python is great.
Holy Grail, you could definitely chuckle.
Yeah. Like I want sorry, my mom is outside letting my dog out with a flashlight and she keeps flashing
Yeah,
at
I
me
can
here.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm doing schoolwork. She does it's not even schoolwork, it's a podcast. Okay, anyway. But like I think also this is just my want to like be in like a group of people just dying, like laughing and crying. And obviously right now that's just not possible. So maybe I'll wait until it is possible and then watch a movie and hope to be like laughing really, really hard with a group of people.
Yeah, I think you
Hopefully,
have to be in a group of people. Like I
to-
can't just sit and watch a funny movie and like I won't like I'll
no.
just like blow air out my nose
Yeah,
forcefully, you know.
Yeah. Like
like
I
a
feel
Reddit
like
laugh.
I also appreciate like a nice dry humor, you know?
Monty Python is perfect for you, Morgan. I promise. We will
Okay,
watch it
we'll get
when
back from winter
yeah,
winter.
when hopefully the world will be in a little bit less chaos and we can all get together and watch it.
Yeah. So okay, what's that about? I don't even know what it's about.
Well, we'll talk about that off air. So
Okay.
it's not
Monty
bad.
Python's
It's
just
just
like they're like a sketch group that has
yeah,
a TV show, but they make they're it's like really kind of just so stupid. It's funny, but also smart at the same time. I don't
yeah.
know.
You need to like
That's the best one.
think about the jokes but they're like dumb jokes.
Yeah.
It's like it's funny. I think it's funny. Carson, how do you feel about Tommy Wiseau's The Room?
Oh boy. And so actually,
Is
I
it? Are
watched
there
it for
such
the
things as bad movies?
you know, I'll stick to what I said before, and I appreciate it because the heart is there. I mean,
The
he
heart
had the
is
heart.
there. The heart is there.
I actually watched
Nothing
it.
else is.
I watched it my freshman year. For people that don't know what The Room is, it's like
Mhm.
widely considered the worst movie of all time.
Oh
It's
no.
It is directed by Tommy Wiseau, who also stars in it.
for people that don't
Oh,
know, he was the focus of the movie The Disaster Artist.
Correct.
So if you want to get some backstory, but like you can't find The Room really anywhere unless you illegally watch it. But
I think it's up on YouTube. Maybe that's not legal
is it?
though.
Oh wait, no, yeah, he did because of the Disaster
Because of
Artist.
the
I think he
disaster artist, I
posted
think he
it.
posted the movie so that you could
I
get a
may have
backstory.
watched it illegally
No,
my
you didn't.
freshman year.
Nope, nope. You watched it on YouTube. Shh, it's fine.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
I said legally. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Of course. He
Heard that.
coughed.
What do you think of it, Bobby?
I want to say that I agree that it could be the worst movie ever made. I listen.
Like, not entertaining.
No, no,
Like,
no.
what?
It is
Oh no, it is so
extremely
entertaining.
entertaining. The problem is that you almost feel so if you told me it was a comedy and I knew nothing about anything, I would say it's a great movie because it's hilarious. It is not meant
Politically
to be,
incorrect.
huh? No, it is just like
No.
he tried to make a serious film and he I think missed the serious mark a lot and created something that's
Oh.
actually hilarious, but then you just kind of like feel bad for laughing at it because you're like laughing at his work, which I don't like to do, but also like obviously I think he gets it because he's kind of like embraced the meme, I think, since it came out.
Yeah.
So
Give me your best. Oh hi, Mark.
oh hi Mark.
Oh hi, doggy.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, great
Okay,
movie.
my final piece, and I don't know if either of you guys have watched this, but if you haven't, I highly suggest it. It's currently on Netflix. It's called Schitt's Creek, and I'm not cursing. It's spelled Schitt, and that is the last name of someone on the show. It's the name of a town. Have you guys ever watched it? Schitt's Creek.
I have seen a few episodes, and
The first season is a little harder to get into, but once you get into the second season, totally worth it.
I hear it's pretty good from people who like
Oh, it's
watch
good.
it, but like I just haven't watched enough of it.
Yeah, that's like number one on my watch list. But I mean, it's sweeped the Emmys. I mean, like
It's
Yeah.
I really want to watch it. Yeah.
definitely recommend it for the background. It's basically just about this very wealthy family from, I think it's New York, who lose all their money, and all that's left to them is this town. Like, they lose everything except for like their clothes. And so it's this town that the dad bought as a joke for his son for like a holiday one year. And he's like, here, I bought you a town, it's called Schitt's Creek, like as a joke. But like, that's the only thing that the people who were like taking everything thought like had zero value to it, so they left that to them. So they like go and live in a motel in this town that they now own called Schitt's Creek, and get to know the people. And I mean, they end up staying there. So
I mean,
very funny.
Eugene Levy plays the dad, right? And
Yeah.
his son is the
And
actual son in the show, right?
well, his son also, Eugene, and I think the son's actual name is Daniel, are both in the show. And then I'm pretty sure the daughter, I forget what her name is, she's also in the show.
But
So
Bobby, if you don't know, Eugene Levy's I think I'm pretty sure he's the guy behind American Pie, like those movies.
Oh.
But
and
I
then
don't think it's as it's more tame.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would have to be if it's on Netflix. Actually, Netflix has some raunchy stuff,
yeah.
but
Yeah, we won't get into that.
that's for another podcast.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix almost got canceled,
Well,
basically.
yeah, when you mentioned French films, I was biting
Yeah,
my
no,
tongue,
no, no, no,
Carson.
no, 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 no.
But I'm glad that one was not.
Emily in Paris, excellent show as well. If you're looking for something that's just very mindless, like a good show, feel good, Emily in Paris. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, but Eugene Levy and Daniel Levy both directed, so that's really cool, and they action it. And the mom, her name's Moira. She is the same mom that is in Home Alone.
Cool.
Hmm. Have you ever seen? I'll list two of my favorite comedy shows: Arrested Development. No. Community.
No.
Community is hilarious.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
funny.
that's like, if you like Community, kind of each episode takes on like a different genre. Like
Yeah.
they make fun of like a different genre movie or like TV series, which is right up my alley. So I recommend those.
Community was great.
Are they on Netflix?
Community was
Community is.
yeah, it still
Yeah.
is. Some of the episodes aren't because they are in like there's the
Got
Dungeons and
canceled.
Dragons one did not make it to Netflix, unfortunately, because that was my
Aren't they
favorite.
I think they're taking The Office off Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's going on to Peacock.
Good.
I don't
You
like
don't
The
like
Office.
I mean, I liked it when I was younger, but I think it's blown up so big. No, like if I would watch it for the first time, I would probably like it, but it's blown up so big. Now I think it's just gotten too big for its britches.
I respect that. I laughed at The Office, I think for the first time ever on Monday yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mentioned this in the Heal meeting. It was I will not talk about it here, but it was actually funny, and it
I
was like
think I know what you're talking about, and we will talk about this off air.
yeah, we'll talk about it off air. I thought it was hilarious. I was almost crying, but
See, that's what I'm looking for.
it
Yeah,
like
I'll cry.
was the only time it had ever happened, and I doubt the show has any other like zingers like that one again.
Speaking of, okay, opinions on Friends. Is it actually funny?
I love Friends. I've seen Friends like 6 times.
Have you ever watched Friends without the laugh track?
No, but I'm sure it's awkward.
Oh, it's so bad. It's
You're
so
like-
bad. They say a joke and just pause and just it's like it's cringy. It's so
Yeah.
cringy.
Imagine filming it without the laugh track. Like, this is what we're pushing out to the world.
That's gonna be terrible.
You
But
just leave work that day. The most like climatic thing in the world. You just filmed hours of you saying something and then just looking at the camera like
See,
and no one's laughing.
I think like The Office and Friends. I mean, not so much Friends, but I think like The Office was like definitely ahead of its time, and
Yeah.
like now there's a lot of shows kind of just as funny as it. But like back when it came out, it was like people didn't necessarily like I don't know, people weren't like used to that type of comedy, and then it just blew up.
Yeah.
But I mean, Friends, I don't know. I'll be honest. I've seen every episode. I went through and watched every episode, but I'm just not a huge fan. Don't
Wow.
cancel me.
I love my like 90s sitcoms. I love Friends,
Family Matters.
Family Matters, Home Improvement, Full House, the
Wow.
Nanny with Fran
The
Drescher.
Nanny. Oh my gosh.
Am I
All those
missing?
Nick at Night shows when I was younger.
Yeah, Fresh Prince. I've seen every episode of Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Love it. Will Smith, my guy.
Current good show, This Is Us. Not funny, but very good show.
I've heard that's very, very good. I've
Intense.
not watched it, but
It
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I know
So can we find a show that we've all seen?
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Morgan, you go. I feel like you watch the least amount of shows, so.
Okay, going back to my like middle school, high school days, was a big One Tree Hill fan. Probably you guys have
Didn't
not
see it.
watched
Can't say I did.
Gossip Girl.
No,
Uh,
that's a no for me.
Yeah.
More recently, I've watched a lot of like government shows. So
West Wing.
Not West Wing, although I watched a little bit of it. It's just hard to get into. Sometimes when you watch things so far removed from when they
Yeah.
were filmed, you're just like, I'm sure it was good at the time. I'm sure it's still good. But so I most recently watched Madam Secretary, How to Get Away with Murder, and Designated Survivor. And those are all really good shows. How to Get Away with Murder isn't as much based around the U.S. government as it is just a lawyer. And the other two, one's based around like what would happen if a president and all of like Congress and stuff were to be assassinated, like the person who's the designated survivor during the
House meetings.
Oh my gosh, no, yes, but no. Oh my gosh,
State of the Union.
Yes, thank you. That's when they're all together and there's one designated survivor.
There's one person who is put somewhere else so that if something happens.
And that's what the show's about.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Madam Secretary is a very good show about being Madam Secretary, so the Secretary of State for the U.S. government. Yeah, so that's the most recent show. So it sounds like we still haven't come to a consensus of a show that we've all watched.
Nope.
You guys,
That's okay. We all have different tastes.
Have you seen Dexter?
Nope. Oh, I saw Breaking Bad.
I didn't see
Breaking Bad?
that.
No? Oh, man.
Breaking Bad is like
Breaking Bad
everyone-
is, yeah. Bobby, I think you would like Breaking Bad.
I loved Dexter, so I'd probably
You
love
would love Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is a better,
Nope.
it's different Dexter.
Yeah, there
Very
you go.
different
It's not
Dexter.
better. It's not better. All right.
My
Well,
dad watched it. My dad watched all of Breaking Bad and now watches Better Call Saul, which is about the lawyer prior to Breaking Bad.
I mean, there's great actual, not to get filmy on you, but there's great filmmaking in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And someone who graduated Penn State actually is
Cool.
the assistant director on a lot of the episodes.
the more you know.
Fun fact.
Cool.
Okay, so now that we've completely talked ourselves around film and have completely walked away from what this podcast is centered around, which
That's
is
what's
fun,
important.
we just have a few questions about you being an FR chair.
Yeah.
So family relations, what, last year and this year? So your junior and senior year, can you tell us a little bit about it?
I mean, fun weekend is great, but I mean, I love being the FR chair. I mean, Maggie and I are like the bridge between Heel and the families. And I think there's like that's like the greatest honor that Heel could like give me. But like being able to support the families, like be close with them, like anytime they're having a bad day or something, we text them or like kind of being in charge of getting their gifts and like being that line of communication is just, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, to get to talk to them. I mean, we try and talk to them at least like once, at least twice a week, or once every 2 weeks. Sorry, or try at least once a week or every 2 weeks. We don't want to be annoying, but yeah,
Well, you
I
guys
mean,
do a
it's
great
Let me
job.
see how your day was.
yeah, no. I mean, if they're feeling down or something, we can tell from like a Facebook post or something like that. We just
Yeah.
shoot them a text.
Very cool gift this year from you and Sabrina was the Hercules Go the Distance quote on Kim's bracelet. I thought that was really cool.
So actually, something big happened when Maggie and I were co-chairs. I don't know if anyone's ever told you about the application process to get
I remember it a little bit from last year, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So you tell us.
to get a new family. Because I mean, as Ethan was kind of leaving, and we weren't really expecting this pandemic, but we thought he was in a great position to take on and support a new family. And I think we're doing great, and we still are. But the application process, I mean, we put our heart and soul into that application because we really wanted to be able to support another family along with the Tuckies. And then actually getting that and being able to support them again this year, I mean, it's with Sabrina, it's crazy. And it's like it's the greatest feeling to be able to not only support the Tuckies but also support the Hesses and like be there for both families.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you guys have done a great job. I know it's been a tough thing to do in the middle of a pandemic when we can't exactly go visit them.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to the time that we can actually go to them and see them face to face and everything. But yeah, so do you have like a favorite memory or moment with each of the families, and then we'll wrap this up?
I do.
I
mean,
already
with the-
know one of them.
Okay, well, for who? For who?
I know your Hess's favorite memory.
Oh, what's that?
I would have to say your favorite Hess's family memory
Speaking for you.
was when we all hit the diner together and got
I'd
breakfast.
say you're right. Yeah,
Yes,
I'd say you're right.
I knew it. It's because I was there. That's how I know. It's
So
my
it was the
favorite
first
too.
time- My favorite memory with the Hesses was the first time we met them in person. We all like went and met them near where they live at a diner for breakfast for like brunch, and Kimberly like brought her whole family, and we got to meet everyone. It was actually really fun. We ate, and then we sat and talked for another, I don't know, hour and a half or something.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and that was the first time we got to meet Caroline too, and she was just, I mean, she had no fear, unlike any 4-year-old I've ever seen. She was just crazy. She was going around singing, what was it, Let It Go?
Let it go. Yeah. I think. Let it go. Yes, it was Let It Go.
I think it was Let It Go.
Say let it
Yeah.
grow.
I just
Like,
had a. She's
well, I
no.
mean,
She
she
went through
does
the
like the
Lorax
Lorax,
thing.
yeah.
That's why I was. Whatever, Morgan.
I was just asking. I don't know. It could be a song.
It is a song. It's from the Lorax.
Let it grow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I was just. Don't
She's
get all sad on me.
she's obviously not a film fan if she hasn't seen Essentials like the Lorax. I mean, really.
I've actually never even seen Frozen 1, so
Wow.
saw Frozen 2.
How did you avoid that? How?
So
You have a niece.
I do have a niece, but she's not old enough. Like, she's big into like Lion King. I don't know if she's ever watched. Actually, she's definitely seen Frozen with her. I saw Frozen 2 by accident because me and my parents bought movie tickets to go on like Fandango or something like that. And somehow we got there and got into the movie, but we didn't realize that we had bought it for like the same day a week from then. But we had already scanned to get in and they let us in. So we were back there and we're like, well, what movie are we going to go to? Because they're obviously not showing the one we wanted. So me and my mom went into Frozen 2, and I think my dad went into, I don't even know what, it's probably some superhero movie that just sounds ridiculous. But I don't know. So I went into Frozen 2 and saw it, but I have not seen Frozen 1.
Isn't that like a federal crime?
I don't know.
I feel like
Caroline could probably reenact the whole thing for you and tell you every word in the whole
Probably.
movie.
I feel
But
like once kids get hooked on one show, they're just like set.
So my favorite memory with the Tuckies has to be
yeah, I don't know this one.
when they spoke on stage and I got to stand up there with them. I just remember like being told by Ethan that I was gonna get to go up on stage, and I was just like, I almost like teared up. Like I was just so exciting, and so, I don't know, I was so emotional. And then once we all stood up there, the only thing that the only thing that kind of made it a little less emotional was I was standing, we were like arm in arm with each other, and it was the dancers and a couple members of the exec board, and I was right in Getsy's armpit. I mean, I was right in there. I think I was next to Brett too, and he was sweating. Like, I was just next to the two sweatiest people.
Nice, and that's why you always remind people deodorant is the future.
Yeah,
And I don't know if I was crying because of the story Kate was saying, or because the smell was getting to me.
Yeah.
Although
that was my favorite memory.
Those pictures are awesome of like everyone in their heel shirt up on stage. Those are like some I can like. Okay, this is going to be going off of pop culture reference, but like that picture lives in my brain rent free.
I didn't get it.
That's like everyone's been saying that, like pictures that they like or pictures that they think are funny, and it says like
it's rent free.
I want to live in anywhere for rent free because
True.
Yikes.
Because college is expensive.
Everything's expensive and I'm dying.
Okay, so wrapping up this podcast, Carson, I know you don't want to hear it. I know you explicitly told us not to ask the question, but you have to give us one answer. Do I even have to ask the question?
No, you don't.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh man. Oh, I'm panicking now.
And you can't cop out and give us two. It's only one.
Okay. I'll go with my original answer that I kind of give everyone. It was the first. No, actually, it was the first movie that like got me thinking critically about movies, I guess, is Reservoir Dogs.
Nice. I've never heard of it.
It was Quentin Tarantino's first film that he directed,
makes sense.
written and directed.
That makes a lot of sense.
Very cool.
I was expecting Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
That's up there.
I know it's up there because you've told me it's up there. All right. Now for everyone's favorite questions.
Go.
All right. What do you think will be in the Thon 2021 line dance?
Dun, dun,
Um,
dun.
I definitely think Alex Trebek will be in it in some way.
I agree.
Am I the first? Well, yeah, actually.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I think we mentioned it last time, but
Any additional
Sad.
thoughts?
anything new this week? Did anything this week even happen? Like, I don't think anything. Like, has anything big happened this week? I can't think of anything.
I
Honestly,
can't
there's
either.
probably something that we're just not thinking
Oh,
of.
100%. But
Stay tuned for my next movie.
ooh, you want to advertise a little bit to all three of our listeners?
Well, I mean, I recently got trained to shoot actual film, like 16 millimeter, and I shot it, and it's being developed right now. So I don't even know if it's gonna look good, but
Oh,
stay
I'm
tuned
sure
for
it
that.
will. I'm sure it'll look great.
You get trained
That's
in
it.
like a class in one of your classes.
I mean, I asked a professor to train me because I wanted to know, and
Gotcha.
I will never do it again. It's so expensive and so hard.
Oh, so it was like your own side thing.
Yep, I paid $35 for the film, $90 to get it developed. Not
Wow.
cheap.
Where do you get it developed?
Send it to somewhere in Massachusetts. It's not around here.
Great.
And
Love
then how
that.
do you get it back?
They just send it back. They send it back and they upload it to Google. So they turn it digital, but it'll still have the film look.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so what did you do it about?
Earlier I kind of said I like the genre flipping stuff, so I shot different, like a French 50s genre, like a post-war 40s classic Hollywood, 60s hippie type thing. You know, the huge.
Sweet.
Very cool. So let us know when it's out. I want to see.
Will do. This has been really fun. Actually,
We're
I
not,
was so nervous at first.
Yeah.
I,
Why?
I don't know. Exactly. This is just a conversation. Just some good
I
old pals being dudes.
Just some guys being dudes, dudes being guys. Like all we ever do, Carson, is just talk about random nonsense that has
I
no
know,
implications.
but being on a
Wherever this
podcast, it's
conversation
intimidating.
Yeah. Well,
You guys
Okay.
made it good though.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
You know what? You make our job easy.
True.
It's true though. Honestly,
It was fun to talk about movies.
If
That
we
was a
didn't
new
have
one.
good guests, this job would be hard, but it's not. It's also not really a job. It's more of just a passion project for me.
Truly a passion.
Truly a passion project. Okay. Anyway. Oh wait, can I just say something additional before we really wrap? Okay.
It's your question, so like.
Yeah, but I
I mean,
have something additional that has nothing to do with this. Okay.
it's your podcast.
That's true. It is.
I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they said to me, "Can you tell me something about yourself that isn't on your resume?" And to tell you that my brain was like, I don't know, like this podcast, for example, and like additional interests, I have it on the bottom of my resume because it's something fun to talk about. Honestly, it's just a conversation starter. It's not like I'm like applying to be like the best podcast in the world, but it is a fun conversation starter. And this is where my mind went. But I was like, oh my gosh, that is on my resume, so I can't even talk about it. So, if you guys had to answer someone to tell them one thing about yourself that isn't on your resume, because think about it, probably heels on your resume, definitely your major, definitely things that you've done. Interest probably is at the bottom of your resume. So, what's one thing that you can tell your listeners about yourself that's not on your resume?
I could give you like 5.
Okay, go.
Okay, Bobby.
Okay, maybe not 5. I will say that I am the philanthropy chair for League Club at Penn State. I'm a huge gamer. That is nowhere on my resume because I don't like advertising that. On top of that, I am huge into aquariums. I love fish. I actually decided, like when I was going to school, it was between marine biology and cybersecurity. Cybersecurity won out because that's what Penn State offers, and I was coming here because I drank the Kool-Aid early. So those are two things that are like really big for me. Um,
That was three
I
things. Okay.
three things.
Counting's hard.
I don't know. Either way,
You said gaming, philanthropy, and aquariums.
aquariums. I also play ultimate frisbee in a like summer like church league, which
Cool.
is a ton of fun. That's like a lot of people from like high school, like buddies from high school. We just like screw around and do that. And I am also really into poker. I play a lot of poker. I'm really into like social games,
Say
so
that in an interview, though.
maybe not. But like I
I'm good at
love
lying.
I love the like sociology and the psychology behind lying and like understanding when someone's lying and not.
Oh
I
yeah.
play a lot of poker. Like a lot, like maybe like gambling addict problem level poker, but it's fun and I'm really into it and I'm like really into like hand breakdowns and like watching that on YouTube. So
Bobby, you're talking to the #1 mafia player in Heal.
I wouldn't
Mexican
say you're number
Kramer.
one.
Okay,
I feel like I
Marcus,
could. I feel like I could fight you for that one. If
Tell
I didn't
us-
get killed every turn.
tell us what that makes you a bad mafia player. If
No, you guys just bully me. I just get bullied when we play mod. I either am forced to narrate or I get killed first night. And like, how does that mean you're bad?
You're good. You don't get to finish the game.
No, it's not even that. It's like
Dude.
Carson is the mafia with Sabrina, and they just kill me as soon as the game starts. It's like,
Okay.
oh, cool. I didn't even want to play.
Bobby doesn't even just lose. He loses first.
I literally don't get to play when I play Mafia and Heal. People are just like, kill Bobby, he talks too much. I'm like,
Okay,
alright,
Carson,
sick.
one thing on your that's not on your resume that people don't know about you.
Oh, it's not on my resume yet. So does that still count? Whatever I'm about to say.
Sure.
Are you about to talk about the film that you just did on the 16 million?
Yes.
It does not count.
Oh man.
I know something for Carson.
Please say it, because I'm
Carson
struggling.
is incredible at Super Smash Bros.
Ooh, okay.
He is a monster.
Sure. Yeah.
That should go on your
Thank you.
resume.
But would you say that in an interview?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, assert dominance. That wasn't a
Morgan,
part of the
what did-
question. That was
So for anyone who wants to know what I answered and what I would now answer, I said because my brain it was like a businessy type conversation, and so my brain was a lot on like my major, which is business, as Bobby likes to call it, coloring book.
books.
Um,
I'm really good at coloring, guys.
it's so messed up. Okay, contrary to maybe Bobby's belief, business majors do not just do coloring books. I'm a supply chain major, and I've never touched a coloring book. So stop it, Bobby.
They do Excel in addition to their coloring book page.
We like to color code our things to make it look pretty. Which is it, everyone.
I don't know why I'm like I have no room to be like ragging on you guys because I'm IST, which people say I stopped trying. So like I don't even have exams. I have nothing to like. My major's so much easier than yours. I have no room.
There's no need to go over whose major is easier because there's a lot of things that are very important in this world, and we need film people and we need IST people.
Oh, you're just pulling him under. You're pulling him in. He wasn't even part of the conversation. You brought him in.
Yeah. Wait. I'd say our three majors are the ones that get made fun of a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
Business, IST, and arts.
Yep.
All get made fun of.
You know what? I respect it. Anyway, so the thing that I said, which it ended up turning out okay, but I was like, something that they don't know about me, and I don't know. So I talked about playing sports when I was younger because I played sports up until high school. And then I just talked about my love for like health and fitness and things like that. For people who don't know, I'm a fitness instructor. And
That's on your resume.
What'd you say?
Being a fitness instructor is on your resume.
It is on my resume.
I'm a
'cause that's my
bodybuilder.
current
Can you
job.
tell?
But what I would say in the future is that, and I can't believe I didn't think about it. I love to cook. I love to cook. I cook every single night for me and my roommates. The other night, me and Bobby did grill up some really nice ahi tuna steaks.
We seared ahi tuna steaks. That was an
That's so good.
adventure. They tasted great. Yeah, we'll talk about that off air. That was a great night.
Definitely, that is what I would say is something that I enjoy, something that I look forward to, something that I do when I'm stressed a lot. If you ask my roommates if I'm like super stressed or something, like that's the night that I start like making something like just random or start baking or something because it just makes me calm down. So that's what I would say now. I think it's a good conversation starter, honestly, what you would say. That's not on your resume. Final question, Carson. And then Bobby has one more, and then we'll wrap. I promise. I'm
Yup.
sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, this is a long
I'm
episode.
having
Wow.
fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm just having so much fun. I can't even remember my question. Who do you want to see on the HEALcast in the future? On the pod, as we did say last
On
week.
the pod.
On
Yeah.
the pod.
I gotta go with. I know Greg said it last episode, but my boy Ethan. He's
Yeah.
like, come on.
He's a
And
very
you could get Ryan Humes too.
For sure.
Ethan's a very
My
common
old
request.
co-chair. He was my old co-chair.
Humes.
But yeah, I'd say Ethan and Ryan. I think that'd be a. Oh man, you can never predict what Ethan's gonna do though. So.
Exactly. That's
really
the
can't.
scary thing.
It's kind of a gamble.
Nah, he'd be great.
Okay, Bobby, your final question.
All right. This is you already know it's coming. Carson, what does Thon mean to you?
You get so philosophical when you ask that.
I feel like I need a pipe.
The first thing I think about when I think of like Thon or Heel or anything Thon related is like I wanted to be on the board originally because of the families, and I want to like that's the families, the Tuckies and the Hesses and all the other families are honestly the reason why I am involved in Thon. Like just knowing that we're doing everything for them just makes it really all worth it to me. So that is what Thon
Awesome.
means to me.
Cool. Sweet.
So, a few updates. One, we may or may not be having a episode next week. Me and Bobby have to talk about this. Clearly, we're very highly prepared.
Yeah.
This conversation prior to filming. Second, it is Bobby's birthday at midnight tomorrow. It'll be by the time
Tonight.
it will have already been his birthday. So everyone, wish Bobby a happy 21st birthday.
I share a birthday with Mickey Mouse, November 18th. Him and we're tight.
Mickey Mouse has a birthday?
Yeah.
When does this podcast drop?
Thursday, so November 19th I will post this.
So technically, if this was being posted Thursday, I'm gonna say happy belated birthday, Bobby.
Thank you. I actually might post it tomorrow just to make sure it gets posted on time because I don't
And
know
happy
what
birthday,
Thursday's
Bobby.
gonna look like. But thank you. I appreciate that.
So happy birthday. Maybe we'll sing to you off air.
Perfect.
I don't need to grace the pod's listeners with my amazing singing voice, so I just won't.
Yeah, I think an hour and 15 of us, an hour and 15 minutes of us has been enough for them.
We don't need to make their ears bleed.
Any more than they already are.
And last thing, for everyone going home for Thanksgiving or staying at school or wherever you may be safe, stay healthy. I hope that you have a good week no matter what it looks like. Thanksgiving's going to look a little bit different this year, I'm sure, for a lot of us. But just remember that we are thankful for all of you. And if you ever need to reach out to anyone, we're all here for you. So please feel free to. I think that I might be spending Thanksgiving alone. So if you want to reach out and we can hang out, that's fine. This was not meant to be like a self-deprecating thing for myself. I was not trying to at all do that. I'm just saying, if anyone else finds themselves in that position, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to celebrate Thanksgiving with you.
I will also be calling you on Zoom to celebrate Thanksgiving with you because I believe I might also be doing that Thanksgiving thing alone. But that's not what it's about. Boston Market delivers to my house, and that's all I really care about. And so, Carson, before we wrap, your hour and 15 minutes of fame are coming to an end. I know, incredible. Any last words?
I just want to say thank you to Morgan, the #1 donor relations chair out there. Sorry, Ryan. Sorry, Jared. It had to be said.
True.
And to you, Bobby, the #1 Twitch streamer in Heel.
I respect that.
I love to hear it.
I had a lot of tough competition. From I think the only person that's ever streamed would have been Ethan. So, but glad I won out.
Well, we couldn't call you the best on weekend chair because we all know
It was Shannon. And you can't do all funds because you know it's not me.
But the best Twitch streamer.
That one I can take that title. That one I can take.
Yes, you can. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that's it, then to everyone at home listening, thank you so much for spending an hour and 15 minutes with us this week. I wish you an amazing Thanksgiving. Stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, keep on dancing.